Hi, my name is Melissa.
My name is Natalie.
Uh, It's Father's Day. Why aren't you excited?
I am excited
Because
because it's Father's Day and I have a father.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Today we're celebrating fathers, be they fathers present in our lives, fathers who were there in our lives, fathers who are taking care of any role, even if they're not your biological father, they are fathers
Yes.
and we love them. Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, Father's Day for me means reminds me that I lost my dad 2 years ago, and I mourn that I don't have a biological father. But God has been gracious enough to bring me other fathers in my life. So, and I'm grateful for each one of them.
Other fathers.
Yes, other fathers. For example, my big bro, Roba, he has taken over Dad Oluoko's shoes, so he's running the affairs of the Oluoko's family. And we are so grateful that he is there, that he's, we feel secure, that solidness. He is holding it.
That's good. That's nice.
What about you?
Cute. I have a father. I've been raised by Kefa Oko Odor. He is a very big role, important role in the making of Natalie.
Uh-huh.
He has been a firm, not shaking kind of presence, that firm presence that you have like a shadow always around you.
A solid
Kind of
firm person.
Yes, you can
Yeah.
always come home. You always have a home.
Yeah.
So he's been like that for me.
Yeah.
He has always been. Hata kama naogopa sijui I feel in my heart that I can
that's gotcha.
Not that he got me,
just
that he's there.
Oh, he's there.
His presence,
the fact that he's there too,
just the fact that he's there is enough for me to find my security. My kind of place where I can just be.
Yeah.
The way God usually is. He's been a symbol of God's love for me throughout the years. Yes.
So I think for me, 2 years ago, I had a father who was consistent in my life for about 10 years. Would you believe it? Yeah. Bishop Tangara.
Yes.
Bishop Tangara was such a solid father. We were he protected us. We were a congregation, but we knew we had a father in him, and calling him a father was not a thing because it was so natural. We knew we were okay. We would blunder and he would correct us, and we knew it was not malicious. It was not coming from a bad place. He was a father to us. I really celebrate you, sir. I know we've not been in touch lately, but you are the father figures that have people who have played a role as fathers in my life. I really appreciate you today. Yeah, take this video as an appreciation for you, for your presence in my life.
Pastor Boyd, shout out. Yes! I know you subscribed because I'm just everywhere, but Pastor Boyd has just been a blessing, especially during this transition that I've been having. He's just been there, like encouraging me, telling me what you're doing is a good thing. Because I'm in the worship team, I'm serving in church, I'm always there, just being around. When he sees me around there, I know, right? He's like, I love the fact that you're just always in the house of the Lord, delighting in the house of the Lord. And it's encouraging because kina mama wako zile za unakaa church sana.
She opens the church, she ushers.
I close.
She closes, she cancels everybody, she makes sure the security man has tea before she leaves. Thank you, Mchungaji Boyd. You are so solid. Thank you so much for being a father to us as well. So, are there any other fathers that you're leaving out? Doesn't come to mind immediately, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, as you celebrate your dad, for me, as I'm celebrating him, because now I don't have a biological father. Now he becomes my father, my husband, that is. And I love that he is taking care of you. He's a present father to all of my children. He is there. He's my companion. So we do fatherhood together and we do motherhood together. So I know that feeling of having a presence, when you're doing this life together is so good. It's so rich, so encouraging. And so I love him. I appreciate him. Today I told him, it's just that I am broke kidogo, but I would have taken you to some fantastic place to appreciate you, you know, so that he doesn't feel that, you know, those days when it is Mother's Day being celebrated is when there's so much fuss. But also when the fathers are being celebrated, it means a lot to us.
Yes.
Yeah. So, is there any lesson that you learned today, maybe in church, that about fatherhood, Father's Day, that you can share?
Today we didn't majorly talk about fathers,
Okay.
but I'm just going to reference what we were talking about secular music and gospel music. That was just the whole discussion.
Yeah.
But just to pick from, because this is a conversation that had been started by Pastor Boyd, as I had mentioned earlier on.
Yeah.
He told us that when you have the option, choose gospel music.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And I've been saying it today when we were doing the group discussions, and it's just hit me that when you have the option, when you've been given like two options, and you have this father figure who really loves you and, you know, cares about you, and then you have all these other things that you can pursue other than that one central person where you find everything, you will just choose that person.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Choose your father, choose
I know, right?
being in the presence of God, choose this, because a father, to me, a father is the place where you find the fathers. Most of the African fathers are usually very strict. They are the source of discipline in the house. They are the ones that bring, they might not be necessarily providing the money, but they're the ones that give the order. You are spending too much. Stima inafaa kuzimwa hii nyumba. Maji imeisha. You know, that the ones that hata kama mama anasema softly ya kukataza, the father is just strict, and that kind of counseling and giving the advice and being strict and being firm, that foundation is the one that we need in our lives. That's why Jesus is the firm foundation. That's why God is God the Father, because his presence in our lives is just that firmness that we need. Yes.
I hear you. For us, main service in church, Reverend Elias Giduka was sharing about fatherhood and talking in the context of asking us as women, as mothers, to forgive the fathers. You know, in the areas where we feel they have failed us, where we are expecting too much, expecting them to say, I love you, expecting them to do certain things, and they are not able to do. And so he was reminding us that, you know, some of them were not really raised in those spaces where they saw it happening, so that then, exhibiting for them becomes a struggle. But I think the best thing about that whole scenario, even though we have men who are not able to express themselves or express their love, is that we have Jesus. Jesus also teaches us how to love, how to be better fathers, how to be better husbands, you know. So there was hope in that sense. But he took us through a session of, you know, asking women to forgive the husbands. We actually prayed for them and asked for forgiveness, you know. We forgave them and released them in the areas where we felt they failed us, where they didn't step up when we needed them to, when they were absent as fathers, you know, those kinds of scenarios.
Yeah.
I thought that was very powerful. That was really powerful, that we have men who are broken in the society and they're really trying to up their game, but they don't know how to, because it was never exhibited in their lives. But Jesus is there to guide them through. As long as you have that teachable spirit, you're able to up your game. You're able to be better than you I ordinarily would have turned out to. Because when we look at our fathers, the examples that probably they raised us through were not exactly very good. You know, they were very tough to our moms, you know. Yeah, you only saw them coming home. Whenever they entered the home, everybody is scampering. And we only saw them, you know, bringing nyama. People are raised in such scenarios.
Na bring nyama in the middle of the night, alafu naamsha bibi na watoto. Yapika nyama. Jiko inaanza kuwashwa.
Yeah, you know. And so people have scars and, you know, misgivings about some of those scenarios. So, and then you find the sons picking that up and also continuing, you know, with that kind of trend where they come home roaring. You know, so he was telling us, you know, some of these things we saw them happen in our father's time, and so we pick it up and continue. But when we come to the saving grace of Jesus, we realize that they don't apply right now. We find women who want the sensitivity, they want to be treated with, you know, empathy. We want TLC, tender loving care. So they just have to up there. So we're being told to forgive. And we really forgive them. It was a prayerful moment and a reflective moment. And I love the session. Thank you so much, Reverend Elias. You are such a blessing today. Can we wrap this up now?
Yes.
We'll do part 2 in a short while. Probably we'll drag Dad and ask him to come and sit here. Then we'll tell him. Because sometimes it's best to just tell somebody on the face that we appreciate you.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's very hard. Especially when it's Dad.
Yeah. We're going to tell him, we promise. Subscribe to our channel. Melissa and Natalie, we're coming back in a short while with Dad.
With Dad.